Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Uncastables with me, Scott Spencer, Gage Lee, and Scott Drennan, whose middle name is
You don't need to
Edward.
bring it up again.
Wow.
Sorry. Let's move on. Go on.
Remember, remember when you broke your leg, Scott? Can you tell us that story? I love
I
that
didn't break
story.
my leg.
No, when you were younger. When you were
He
younger,
dislocated his
and you had to
Dislocating
crawl.
knee.
Okay,
knee.
close enough. You know what I mean?
So we just finished having the granny flat retiled, and we still had a lot of stuff needing to be put back onto shelves, but we never got around to it, so it was still in a moving bin. And that moving bin was in like the granny flat's kitchen, so there was only a small, like, little bit of room to be able to go to the laundry area. When I was bringing in the laundry, my knee just popped out of place and I fell on a marble tile. And then I had to crawl all the way from the granny flat to the lounge room to call 000.
You
Get to army crawl?
across the whole house.
No.
Like you're prone?
No. So I put a towel underneath my leg that was
Turned it.
dislocated, and I crawled a little bit, and then I grabbed the towel and pulled the towel up to where I was, which would bring my leg forward to me.
That sounds like more. It sounds like dangerous.
He's like fucking
What
MacGyver.
the fuck? It
Well, I
sounds
couldn't really bend my leg, bend my knee, and I
Why
can't.
didn't you just
Did-
sit on
did
your
you
ass
need it?
and like drag yourself?
yeah,
That's
like
what
a
I did.
dog wipes its ass on the carpet.
That's what I
Yeah,
did.
but what's the whole getting a towel?
Yeah, you're
and
moving
lifting
your
the towel.
You're moving your broken leg.
So I wouldn't hurt myself even more.
It sounds like it's gonna do more damage.
No, it was actually quite easy.
You weren't
So then-
panicking.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Oh no,
I understand.
the first like maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3, when I was yelling out for help, and there was no one there to hear me.
Could you give us an example of what it sounded like if somebody had been there? I'll pretend I'm outside the window. Scott,
What?
are you home?
Of course I'm fucking home.
What are you doing?
Hey guys,
Talking to you.
what's happening here? Hey Scott, are you in there?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Scott,
Scott,
Oh,
do you want to come
I-
out to lunch?
do you see that through the crack? I can see him. Scott, what are you doing on
Why
the
is he
ground?
on the ground?
What the fuck are
Yeah,
you doing? on the...
This
Why
is
has he
a
got a
horrible
towel?
idea. Considering that I had to call Scotty from the hospital, and he picked me up.
I think you didn't have a phone, right?
I didn't have my phone
And-
on me.
He didn't have his phone, right? So he could only phone people that he remembered the numbers of, and he
Dude,
remembered my number.
That's great.
I remembered your home phone number.
That's lucky.
I remember this day like it just happened yesterday. It was traumatic. I was playing Modern Warfare 2, and then Mum comes in. We have to go to the hospital. Oh no. Scott is in the hospital. He dislocated his knee. So we rushed to the ER. And we got in there, and Scott was like, he was sitting in a wheelchair with his leg up, and his neck was sort of cranked over, like he had no sort of movement. And he was like, Scott, is that you? Scott, it's me, other Scott. Take
Didn't you
me
talk
out of
up
this
the-
hellhole.
Didn't you talk up the nurse, Scott?
Yes,
No.
and he told me she was cute, this older Asian woman, which, you know, each to their
Where
own.
the
And
fuck are
then
you pulling facts from?
he said that he was talking her up, and you know I wasn't there at the time. So
Yeah, that's bullshit.
You slide dog,
And I had
you
to-
Scott.
I had to wheel him out of the hospital,
I ended up walking out of the hospital on crutches.
like nothing happened. Oh,
How long were you
and
on
he
the
used
crutches
them
for?
as a crutch for many
Um,
months.
3 months,
Jesus.
swear it was
which I
longer
shouldn't
than
have
that.
been, because my muscles above my knee actually atrophied.
That's very bad. Jesus.
Yeah, the muscles
What, do you-
right above the knee died.
Fuck.
Do you still holy shit? Do you still have issues?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
Oh.
I just can't run.
That is pretty crazy.
Scott, do you have any
You won't remember.
breakages? Didn't someone jump on you?
Broke your toe.
Broken my big toe
Oh,
from
that's
Scott jumping on me.
No, it fell on,
Pushing
fell
it.
on your foot.
Well,
Holy shit.
my toe is on my foot.
He's got you there, Scott.
And he
Well-
was like, right before it, he was like, fuck you, little shit. I'm going to break your fucking toe.
Fuck, Jesus, Scotty D.
Yeah, no, that never happened.
But that's less embarrassing than the real story.
Somehow, yeah, that is less embarrassing.
We were doing like a cheerleader pyramid,
With only 3 people.
which is weird. Like, who does that?
That is
You know what I
very
mean?
weird.
Like, for some reason, the smallest kid sat on the bottom
Doesn't make any
pyramid.
sense.
And
It doesn't
they
make
had-
sense.
And they had the fattest person on top.
And
guys
so
are
my
insane.
brother was the bottom left, and he just like, as soon as Scott hopped on, he was like, I'm out, and he just dipped. And then Scott, his weight collapsed on me, and my foot was like bent, so my big toe just
Bro, what
snapped.
the heck?
Yeah, I remember trying to like land like behind him so I wouldn't hurt him. And Scotty's like, "Oh no, Scott's falling. Oh, he's gonna land on my leg. Oh, that's fine. I'll just stick my fucking leg out." And
Break your
Yeah.
fall.
Sacrifices had to be made.
during one of the State of Origins, I can't remember which one it was, you just come in with your hand on your head and went, "Oh yeah, I cracked my head open."
What?
I remember that perfectly.
What the fuck is? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
I was out there. Everyone was inside. State of Origin was on. Everyone was inside. Sorry, watching the game, and I was outside, and it was getting dark. So I came in with. I think I had a wrestler in my. I used to play with wrestlers, half naked men.
Right.
Yeah, I
No
think it was a
shame in it.
wrestler.
I kicked the stairs, and I tripped forward, and I just like fucking face planted on the corner of a brick.
Oh,
the door.
fuck.
Yeah, and then all I remember is like I don't even remember feeling it. I just remember falling back, and then I don't know if you've ever done like a somersault as your eyes are open. But
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
It was
That's
just like
crazy.
toppled over, but it didn't like hurt because I think it happened so fast. So I went into my room and I started playing with my wrestlers, and then there was just like blood on them,
What the fuck?
and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah, and then I just like walked into the lounge room,
Race decider is underway. Sit back and enjoy.
kind of fucked up here. So yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Still went to school the next day. So when I was in preschool, when I fell off the stairs, I had to go to the hospital, and they glued my head back together, and the nurse accidentally glued her glove to my head.
Oh my
True
God.
story. And so they had to cut it off, but had to leave a bit of the glove on. So I had to go
That's
to like preschool
amazing.
with a glove hanging out of my head. Yeah, still got that
You're gonna
scar.
look like
buddy.
a rooster.
Yeah.
Well, it beats what happened to my hand.
What did you do with
Beats
your
in
hand
what
last
way?
night?
A couple of
was
years
beating
ago, when I had the PlayStation VR, I was playing a game called Super Hot, and because it was getting like pretty hot when you play a VR game,
And it was called Super.
Oh, he was beating it.
You son of a
I
bitch.
had the fan on, and there was a gun that was up in the air.
Oh no!
I went to grab it, and me forgetting I had the fan on, I cut myself on the fan. And it was pretty deep as well.
Yeah, you're.
Ended up going to
your
the
fans are fucking
doctor
crazy.
on like Christmas Eve. I ended up getting the cut glued.
Oh, you got
And,
you got the rooster do as well, did you?
He got
No.
the glove glued
It's the rooster game.
No,
as part of the process.
I ended up getting a cut on my thumb, and I got a scar there.
Oh shit!
was-
What the fuck, Scott? Yeah, that's a deep cut. Jesus, could have cut your thumb off.
It beats one of the stories that I've been told by my parents. One night when Scotty was staying over, somehow I got over him when he was sleeping on the floor, and I fell down the stairs. I woke everyone up in the house. Like, I woke my parents, I woke my brother, and when they got me back to my room, there's Scotty sleeping on the floor still.
How loud was it when you fell? Like, how many stairs did you fall down? Did you make a noise? Did you say, "Oh shit"? And then you
I was
fell
asleep.
over? you and I were told by your dad that we can't sleep in the lounge room, and we did anyway. And then one morning, I was woken up before you, not that long before you, and I looked at you, and we were in recliners, across from each other. And I looked at you, and your eyes just opened, and you got up as like fast as you could in a panic. And you looked at me, and then you just started fucking running around the kitchen, back through the lounge room in a circle, back lounge room, kitchen, and you were like stomping hard, like high hands, like running. And this whole time I was trying to stop you, and I was like, Scott, stop, we're gonna get in like fucking trouble. Until finally, your dad was like, what the fuck are you? Because he was on call. He was up all night. And then your mum comes down like, what the fuck are you doing? So we had to go back upstairs. And then you told me that you had a dream that your brother was some emo girl that was trying to eat you, and she was chasing you.
I don't remember that whatsoever.
That's amazing.
You have no memory? Because you were asleep, I guess.
But I do remember one night when I think it was you, Gage, Dylan. We were all staying at my place, and we had the bright idea to play hide and seek in the dark.
Yes.
And Dylan hid behind a glass table and broke it.
And your mum came down the stairs, and I was looking at Scott, and I was just like, don't fucking laugh. I can't laugh. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, oh no. What do we do? We're gonna fucking burst.
We were in so much fucking trouble. It was a nice, like, unique dolphin table, right?
Yeah, it was a like dolphin jumping out of the waves and glass table on top.
There was a glass plane sat on top of that, and Dylan was hid behind it in a corner. And as he stood up into the glass, so the glass just like fucking smacked off.
Yeah,
banging. It was
funny thing was it
loud.
didn't even break the glass plane.
Yeah, and then we all walked in the lounge room, and we had to sit there and wait to hear your mum walk all the way down the stairs, just like knowing that game's over. And then because it was so uncomfortable, it's hard for me not to laugh. It's not a funny situation, but it's like Dylan over here's done something stupid. We're in trouble. It's a tense situation.
Didn't your mum want him to pay for that too?
Yes.
He bailed as soon as it was like light in the morning.
He did. As
He was
soon
like,
as it was
"Fuck
the
this, I'm
morning, he
out."
left.
And your mum was searching for him for weeks.
Well,
We pretty much never saw him again.
That's probably why.
Well, it beats what my mum almost did to one of my bullies. So this was in primary school. Scotty might know him. Zach.
Oh shit, we're doxing the kid. Okay.
I don't give a shit about him. Anyway, one day when my mum picked me up from school, we were just driving back, and mum was like, "Is that the kid who picks on you?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she drove like right next to him, stopped, had a go at him, and we were driving away. Next minute, all we hear is "bitch."
Oh shit!
And my mum just slammed the fucking brakes on and started reversing, and he bolted. So
he was never seen again.
Oh no, he was, but he was still a dick.
Oh, okay.
What did he do?
So this was when I was kind of going through my I guess emo or goth phase, and I had like a leather watch with a coffin on it. He was making fun of me for it and everything else. I stood up.
What was he saying? Was he saying like, "Hey, that's a gay coffin you got there on your wallet"?
It was on a watch.
Oh, sorry.
And on his wallet.
No, I didn't have a wallet. I didn't have a wallet then.
Oh, you didn't get that far.
I ended up standing up for myself. Next minute, I end up getting punched in the side of the head.
Fucking Jesus.
And it was by someone else.
Oh, okay. It wasn't even him.
What?
Some random.
Okay. Why did they punch you?
Because they thought I was picking on him.
Poor Scott.
Yeah.
Just trying to stick up for himself. Gets knocked out. Well, what's the moral to all of these stories?
Everyone's accident prone.
I think you're just the most accident-prone person on the planet.
Everyone. A lot of
My entire-
mistakes this episode.